before anyone ever whispered her name in fear, before mothers warned their children with trembling lips, before the gods themselves turned their faces away. There was only hunger, not the normal hunger that comes when food is late. This one lived inside CHIOMA like a second heart. It beat louder than her conscience. It followed her into sleep. It woke before her every morning. And no matter how much she ate, it was never satisfied. CHIOMA was known in her area for one thing. She could eat. Not eat well. Not enjoy food. She devoured food. Plates did not survive her presence. Pots trembled when she walked into a kitchen. Women hid meat when they heard her voice. CHIOMA don comeo, someone would whisper. Hide the stew. She laughed when they said it. Food no day shame person, she always replied. No hunger day shame poor man. CHIOMA lived in a crowded part of the city where buildings leaned on each other like tired old men. Generators roared like angry spirits at night. The air smelled of pepper, fuel, and secrets. She was not poor. She was not rich. But her appetite was larger than her destiny. Her mother died when CHIOMA was young, and her father disappeared shortly after. Some said he ran away, others said the gods collected him. CHIOMA never cared to ask. As long as there was food, she moved from place to place, helping people cook, clean, and sell food. Not because she loved work, but because it kept her close to pots. She tasted everything. She licked spoons clean. She scraped pots until nothing remained. And still, she was hungry. But what people didn't know, what nobody saw, was that CHIOMA's hunger changed at night. When darkness came, her dreams were not dreams. They were visions. She saw ancient trees with faces carved into their bark. She saw fire without smoke. She saw bowls filled with food that glowed faintly, as if breathing. And always, a voice followed her. Slow, deep, patient. You will eat what is not yours. She would wake up sweating, clutching her stomach. No hunger dream, she would mutter. Nothing more. But hunger has a way of growing teeth. One evening, as harmattan dust hung in the air like a warning, CHIOMA wandered farther than usual. She followed a smell. Not a goosey. Not jollof. Not meat. This smell was old. It pulled her through narrow paths, past places even street boys avoided, until she reached a place nobody talked about. An abandoned shrine. The paint had peeled. The carvings were cracked. Grass swallowed half the steps. But the smell. Her mouth filled with saliva. Inside the shrine sat a low wooden table. On it was a covered calabash. No one guarded it. No fence. No sign. Just silence. CHIOMA's heart pounded. "No joke be this?" she whispered. She remembered the stories elders told, about offerings made to unseen owners of the land, about sacrifices meant for gods that still remembered names humans forgot. She laughed nervously. All this thing, no old story. Her hand moved before her mind could stop it. She lifted the cover. Inside was food. Beautiful. Perfect. Steaming. Even though no fire burned. Meat so tender it glistened. Soup thick and rich. Smelling of everything she had ever wanted. Her stomach growled loudly, like an animal. She hesitated. Just once. Then hunger spoke louder than fear. "No, only small taste," she said. CHIOMA picked a piece of meat. And ate. The ground beneath her shuddered. Far away, something ancient opened its eyes. And the gods took note. This is not just a story about food. It is about desire, greed, and what happens when humans forget boundaries. Where are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. If you love deep African folk tales like this, subscribe now so you don't miss the next part. CHIOMA finished the last morsel with shaking fingers. She licked the oil from her hands. She scraped the bowl. She even tilted the calabash and drank the remaining drops like a child. Only then did she realize something was wrong. Her hunger was gone. For the first time in her life, her stomach was quiet. Too quiet. The air inside the shrine thickened. The wall seemed to breathe. The carvings on the wood shifted slightly, like faces stretching after long sleep. CHIOMA laughed nervously. Chai, this food too sweet. She stood up. Her legs refused to move. A cold wind rushed through the shrine, though there were no windows. The calabash cracked on its own. Then the voice returned, no longer distant. You have eaten what binds worlds, CHIOMA screamed. Who dey there? The ground split slightly, then closed again. Her shadow stretched unnaturally long. 3 nights, the voice said. That is all you have. The shrine went silent. Suddenly, CHIOMA could move. She ran. That night, CHIOMA could not sleep. Her stomach burned like fire. Her dreams were worse than before. She saw people eating, then turning to ash. She saw pots boiling with blood. She saw herself sitting on a throne of bones, chewing endlessly. She woke up screaming. Outside, dogs howled. Somewhere deep under the earth, drums began to beat. By morning, CHIOMA was sick. No food satisfied her. No water cooled her throat. She went to Mama Ifunanya, the oldest woman in the area. A woman whose eyes had seen more than her mouth ever said. The old woman listened quietly. Then she covered her head. You are foolish, Mama Ifunanya said softly. But foolishness can still be corrected, if time agrees. Mama, a beg? CHIOMA cried. My body dey burn. The old woman leaned closer. You ate an offering, not to ancestors, not to spirits, to the owners of appetite. CHIOMA froze. The gods of excess, Mama Ifunanya continued, they reward hunger, but they collect payment in flesh. What payment? CHIOMA whispered. The old woman looked away. Your life? Or another? Pause. Here, if you're watching this and your heart is already beating fast, subscribe now so you don't miss how this ends. Comment where you're watching from. Nigeria, Ghana, UK, USA, anywhere. Stories like this are warnings, not entertainment alone. From that day, CHIOMA changed. Food spoiled in her mouth. Meat turned bitter. Swallow stuck in her throat. Yet her hunger returned, multiplied. She ate and vomited, ate and cried, ate and grew thinner. People avoided her. Children whispered, see her eyes. She'd eat like ghost. By the second night, her nails darkened. Her dreams began to spill into daytime. She saw shadows following people. She heard whispers in markets. She ate our food. She must replace it. On the 3rd night, the gods came fully, not with thunder, not with fire, but with silence. CHIOMA found herself back at the shrine, though she did not walk there. Before her appeared bowls. Empty. Fill it, the voice said. With what? She cried. The ground opened slightly. She saw bones. Human bones. You ate our sacrifice. Now you will become the one who feeds us. CHIOMA screamed until her throat bled. Mama Ifunanya tried to help. Rituals failed. Prayers bounced back. This one done past church and shrine. The old woman wept. In a character matter? CHIOMA begged. She fasted. She confessed. She cried. The hunger did not leave. Instead, people around her began to fall sick. Accidents happened after she passed. Food disappeared mysteriously. The gods were collecting interest. On the 7th night, the gods spoke clearly. Give yourself willingly, or we will take 10 instead. CHIOMA collapsed. She remembered every plate she had emptied, every pot she had finished, every joke she laughed. This time, hunger laughed back. She knew. The gods were patient, but they always ate. At dawn, CHIOMA walked back to the shrine. She carried no food, no offering, only herself. People saw her go. Nobody followed. Inside the shrine, the air was calm. She knelt. I'm sorry, she whispered. For the first time, the gods hesitated, because remorse is rare and powerful. The ground closed. The hunger left her body. CHIOMA collapsed. They found her alive, thin, quiet, changed. She never ate excessively again. She cooked but tasted little. She fed others first. People said she aged overnight, but disaster stopped. Food stayed. The shrine collapsed on its own, empty. Till today, elders warn children, don't eat what you don't understand. Don't mock old boundaries. Appetite is a spirit. Feed it wrongly. It will feed on you. And somewhere, deep beneath forgotten ground, the gods of excess still wait, patient, hungry. This story is not just about CHIOMA. It is about greed, disrespect, and uncontrolled desire. If this story touched you, subscribe for more deep African folk tales. Share it. Someone needs this warning. The gods don't always shout. Sometimes they just let you eat first.